Texas Prison Story Family Salute. Y'all, it's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one. And I bring you this one with a heavy heart because I really like this dude. Shout out to OG Badger. But it's not good news, y'all. There's been a lot of rumors floating around, a lot of speculation, and a lot of stuff. So we're going to clear it up right here respectfully. If you don't know who OG Badger is, this is his channel right here. OG Badger's Heavy Hitters. OG Badger did about 20 years in CDC in California, mainline, and put in work. He first came on the scene when he met Big Herc from Fresh Out at the gym. Herc talked him coming into his show, and he was wild with his stories. He blew up. I think Herc helped him set his own channel up, and he started growing fast. The reason Badger and why I care about him, and I hate to see this, is because Badger was the first person to really ever give me a chance when my channel first got started. Shout out to my brother Sandman, because Sandman found my channel and he was helping Badger edit videos and work his work his channel, because Badger wasn't really technologically savvy. But Sandman hooked me up with him, and at that time I was so nervous because Badger had like 33,000 subscribers, and I only had like one. I had 2 videos on my channel, the first 2 ever, and Badger brought me on. And when I talked to Badger, we spoke for about 2 hours on the phone before we did the video. We had everything understood how we were going to do it. Badger was going to tell me that I'd get stabbed in a California prison, and I'd tell him he probably wouldn't even be able to turn the TV in a Texas prison. And it was fun doing it, but I was nervous as hell, y'all. I can come on now and be fine, but back then, oh Lord, yeah, I was nervous. So it turned out to be like a 3-part series and one of the highest viewed videos on his channel ever. So it worked out well, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some people in the comments that remember and found me from his channel. So I'll always be thankful to Badger, right? Like, man, that meant so much to me because nobody else would mess with me. Nobody would give me a chance. And here comes this wood from California. And I swear, while I was talking to him, Badger was getting PTSD. He started playing with his knife and everything. It was hilarious, but it was a great interview. And if you follow this channel, you've never seen it, that's one of the few times I ever tell my real story. So, get personal anyway. You might enjoy it. But today, unfortunately, is not good news. So after Badger started doing his YouTube, he was doing well. He just kind of disappeared from us, and nobody knew where he was, right? Or very few of us knew where he was. And then he came back out and said he had been in the county jail for about a year. He got into an altercation with a dude over being disrespectful to a woman, and the guy called 911 on Badger. And as any felon knows, it don't matter if you're in the right or wrong. If somebody calls 911 on you, you're pretty much going to be arrested, found guilty. Unless you got money to fight the case, bond out, get a lawyer, all that, you've got a chance. But everybody doesn't have that, right? So Badger came back, made some videos, and we could tell that this isn't the best version of Badger, right? Like, it's definitely not the best version. And I was worried about him. I really was. I wanted to reach out to him, but I didn't. And if you want to know the truth, I care about him, but right now, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because with the news that's happening right now, I wouldn't want it to be on anybody's radar, right? So we'll talk about it. 68 defendants charged in indictment of dozens of members and associates of California white supremacist gang. And when I seen this article, Sandman told me, he said, man, that's BS how they labeled them guys. They're definitely not all white supremacists. And I know that, right? The Peckerwoods, if they're anything like the ones in Texas, the majority of them aren't racist, not at all. But they're a pure white gang, so they're going to label them like that no matter what, especially in a federal indictment. And I call BS on Badger being, so Badger was old school, right? Real life convict. He stuck by the rules, and he even said in the new county jail that he couldn't believe people weren't following those rules, but he still did. But there's no way that he, as a what was it, white supremacist, or he never would have gave me that chance. He never would have been a friend of mine. You know what I mean? So take that with a grain of salt when you hear this. This is the government slapping that label on them so they can get in a little bit more trouble. But it says federal and local law enforcement today arrested 42 members and associates of the SFV Peckerwoods, a San Fernando Valley, California-based white supremacist street gang, on a 76-count federal grand jury indictment alleging they're engaging in a years-long pattern of racketeering activity that included trafficking of drugs, including fentanyl, illegal firearms possession, and COVID-19 fraud. The Justice Department has dealt a decisive blow to the SFV Peckerwoods, a violent white supremacist gang that we charge is responsible for trafficking deadly fentanyl and other drugs, committing robberies, and perpetrating financial fraud. The indictment unsealed today charges a total of 68 defendants with a score of federal crimes: conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, conspiracy to distribute controlled substances, distribution of controlled substances, bank fraud, conspiracy, and the list goes on. So it really is true. Unfortunately, the thing about this, though, is I'm hoping Badger's not deeply in it, right? Because it sounds like these guys were getting a lot of money, and Badger looked like he wasn't doing well off right now. So it's really hurtful to see this, though, man, because listen, this guy is intelligent. He's smart as can be. He's got charisma. He can tell his story. Badger had a chance to blow up past anybody on YouTube. He really did. It was a talent and a shot wasted, and I hate him. I hate that for him. Like, he could have been way up there like Jay Williams and J.D. DeLay and all those guys, because he had the stories, he had the business. He would tell them blunt. He would tell them like it is. He's got his own style. So you go check out some of Badger's older videos on his channel. I'm pretty sure it's back monetized. I think it is. Maybe you can make a couple bucks for commissary. And if anybody figures out how to put money on his books and y'all want to, drop it in the comments, because I'm sure he would appreciate it. The only good news is that he be in the federal system where they still politic like he's used to. Won't be no more of that county jail booty grabbing and everybody eating together type stuff that he didn't like. But it's just sad. It really is, man. This is not the life you want. Men get trapped inside of a cycle. They don't know how to break it. They come out, nobody wants to hire them because they're convicts. And it's hard. It's a mental blow. I know it sounds easy for people that's never been in prison, but coming home, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, and scary. It really is. Unless you have some amazing family support, you have a woman with a job waiting on you, or she's got money, it's not easy. So, matter of fact, it's so hard. You see what the recidivism rate, or however you say it is, what you see what that rate is, it's high. It's high. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, a lot of family, people, everybody waiting to get a call one day saying I got back arrested. I remember one time when the cops came to the neighbor's house. And this was a couple years ago. My dad told me, he said, man, when I seen them all coming, I got scared. I thought they were looking for you. When he told me that, first instinct was to get angry. Like, what do you mean? I said, you know I'm not doing anything. He was like, man, I don't always know what you're up to. And then it just hurt, right? I'm like, damn, this is the type of man I am, or have been all my life, that my dad sees some cops coming over and he thinks they're after me. I seen them coming and didn't worry about it a lick. You feel what I'm saying? But he did. So it's a painful thing. You know, it really is. Badger knows what to do. He's going to be all right. Hopefully he beats all this shit, but you know how the feds are. The thing about it, too, Badger's old school. He's real. He's the type that's not going to tell. He's going to take his lick, whatever it is, and then look back and realize a lot of them people on that indictment probably tell. That's just how the feds work. People tell. They make it so much worth your while. You see Tekashi 6ix9ine went from like 47 years to 2. There's going to be a whole lot of people turning in there. And Badger's probably going to be one of the few that hold it solid and get the short end of the stick. But what can I tell y'all, man? This is not the life you want. Hope he's holding his head up high as possible, and I know he's gonna be going through it, right? But this is the life this is the life you live. That's the results you're gonna get, and that's why I tell everybody chill out. You know, especially to all the fellow YouTubers. You do have people's eyes on you. You better believe the law's looking at you and everything else. So don't be on here if you're not living right, man. Y'all be next, and we'll catch y'all later.